Welcome to the press conference of the State Council. Today, we will present to you the development of agriculture and the rural economy in the first half of 2022. Today, we have Mr. Zeng Yande from the Department of the Development Planning of the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs. We also have several other guests from the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs. They are from different departments of the ministry. Now, Mr. Zeng Yande will make a brief presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, friends from the media, good morning. In 3 days, we will have another festival that marks a turning point in our agricultural production, and now the world and China is proceeding with agricultural production. And here I will present to you the development of agriculture and rural economy in the first half of 2022. Since this year, our ministry has been faithfully implementing General Secretary Xi Jinping's important speeches and instructions and follow the decisions of the CPC Central Committee at the State Council. We coordinate the COVID-19 control and the development of agriculture and rural economy, and we have achieved steady development which can be manifested in 7 areas. First, the summer grain crops of wheat increased, which is a strong basis for a bumper year. We want to ensure the bottom line of over 13,000 yuan kilograms at the bottom line, and to achieve the steady production of food. And now, this year, the summer grain crops reached a historic high. And despite the multiple challenges of COVID-19 and extreme weather, we have achieved a bumper year this year. And the summer grain crops reached 147.4 billion kilograms, up by 1.435 billion kilograms. The output of wheat is 135.75 billion kilograms, up by 1.285 billion kilograms. The crops of high-quality wheat accounts for 38.5%, 1.2 percentage points higher than last year. The early season rice and autumn grain crops have a strong basis. Over 60% of early season rice has been harvested, and a bumper year is on the horizon. And the autumn grain is planted in over 866,000 square kilometers, and the growth situation is good. And the cultivation of soybean and oil plants were expanded significantly. And the soybean and the corn have been cross-planted in over 10,000 square kilometers. And the soybean production is expected to increase notably. Second, the food items from the vegetable basket have a strong supply with stable market operation. The production capacity of pork has returned to a normal range. In late June, 427.7 billion fertile female pigs are in China, accounting for 104.3% of the normal number. Meat and aquatic products increased. Notably, the output of meat increased by 5.3%. Pork output increased by 8.2%, milk output increased by 8.4%, and the aquatic products in China increased modestly. Vegetables and fruits have strong supply in the market. Seasonal decline of prices can be observed. Food safety is going up steadily. In the regular monitoring of food safety for agro products, 97.5% can pass. Green and organic products and agro products with geographic indications now number 62,000. Third, industry is now playing a bigger role in enhancing employment and income, and the outcomes of poverty alleviation is being consolidated, and the special industries in the once poor areas are developing steadily. Among the 832 once poor counties, each has had 2 to 3 mainstay industry. In the central fiscal expenditure for rural revitalization, over 50% is budgeted for industry development. In the first half of this year, an additional 41.55 billion RMB in the microloans were extended to the once poor population, supporting 945,000 poor households and helping guard against the relapse of poverty. We have helped more people than planned to get employed, and we have guided the once poor population in going out as migrant workers and guided more once poor population in finding jobs in development of the various projects. By the end of June, among the once poor population, 33.23 million got employed, 6.7% higher than we planned. Fourth, agro machines provide stronger bases for seeding and land farming. The comprehensive production capacity in agriculture is increasing steadily. Seed industry revitalization is now being proceeded with, and we have collected 110,000 items of crop seeds, 60,000 items of genetic materials of animals, and 50,000 items of genetic materials of aquatic creatures. We have worked on the key technologies in agriculture and approved a number of wheat varieties. The high standard farmland development is now being accelerated. In the first half of this year, we have developed 49.18 thousand square kilometers of high standard farmland, 74% of the yearly target, and the manufacturing products, the equipment and the machines are now being better developed. Fifth, the rural industry is now developing steadily. Rural employment and income channels keep expanding. The agro-products and manufacturing industry is now recovering quite well. In the first half of this year, the agricultural and sideline projects added value increased by 3.3%. In June, PMI of major enterprises in agriculture for June is 52%, 1.8 percentage points higher than the manufacturing industry. The agro-products online retail sales stands at 290 billion RMB, up by 12.4% year-on-year. Rural recreational tourism industry recovered steadily, and there is a good momentum in rural employment. We have developed a batch of modern agriculture industrial parks, special industry clusters, and strong towns in agriculture and industries. We have encouraged the rural residents to find jobs nearby, and we have made notable progress in this regard. Sixth, we have proceeded the rural development quite steadily and deepened steadily the reform in rural areas. The General Office of the CVC Central Committee and State Council have published a plan for implementing these initiatives and promote further rural development. The living conditions for the rural residents keep improving. We took coordinated efforts to pursue the transformation of toilets, treatment of sewage, and treatment of garbage to build livable and beautiful villages. In this year, we have provided rewards to 20 counties and cities with good work results. Refrigeration and preservation facilities were accelerated in their development. We've proceeded with the reforms in key areas in the rural places, and we initiated a second round of pilot program for contracted land to be renewed for another 30 years. The homestead pilot reform is now being implemented steadily, and the collective property rights system reform is now deepened. New type of entities in agriculture operation have grown. Seventh, the investment in rural areas and the agriculture is increasing steadily, and the consumption market is recovering. In the first half of this year, in the primary industry, the fixed asset investments stood at 682.7 billion RMB, up by 4% year-on-year. The rural consumption have been recovering steadily, and the retail sales of the consumer goods in rural areas stands at 2.77 trillion RMB, relatively equivalent to that of last year and 98% of that of 2019. And the imports of and exports of agro-products kept increasing steadily. The total volume of the imports and exports stands at $161.68 billion, up by 10.4% year-on-year. By and large, the situation is quite good, but there are also some challenges and risks which warrant robust measures. Going forward, our ministry will keep following the decisions of the CPC Central Committee and the State Council for keeping stable the employment and the economy, to ensure a bumper year and promote the rural residents' income and help promote the rural revitalization. We will take concrete actions to embrace the successful opening of the party's 20th National Congress. Thank you.
Thank you, 主持人。新华社记者提问：今年5月份，国务院出台了